in like Catholic church on one of the fucking holidays, they like come around with like a tree branch with like water and like fling it at you.
I think it's Palm Sunday. That makes sense.
That
Palm
sounds,
Friday.
That sounds like a thing.
Palm
that happens
Palm
in Catholicism. Dude, I'm fucking confirmed and I don't know shit about Catholicism.
Either, dude.
So it's like you do that, but it's like literally like they anointed it by Drake crying into the thing, and they're just like, "Thank you, sir.
Thank you." Takes a multi-platinum record. Fucking tears.
Everybody like slowly just like gets like a well manicured beard. And they're just like
a turtleneck and a chain.
And they're like, well, wait a minute, what's happening here? And Drake's just like,
potent.
Oh, shit. Drake's just like,
oh shit, them shit's potent, man. I'm sorry. I never cry after sex because then the girl turned into me. You know what I'm saying? Be like, I mean, as much as I love to fuck myself,
I do that enough.
You know what? I'm gonna cry on the next girl actually. What happened? It used to be fine. You know what? I think we can unscrew that leg a little bit.
Unscrew it?
Other way. It screws the opposite way.
Why?
Dude, I don't fucking know. There you go.
This is safe.
There you go.
The leg is just like...
That's fine.
It's
but now it won't wobble.
It's just like not attached to the fucking table anymore. Oh my god.
Life hack. Holy
Jesus
shit.
Christ.
Welcome back. This is going to be a really loud opening, so I'm going to say welcome back and give us a sec.
I like that they put like the... Oh, jeez, this is so much foil. I like that they put like periodic table things on them.
Yes.
Oh,
the Burrito Lab.
Ah, yes.
All right.
Asa del Burrito Lab.
Welcome. Hold up.
Well, now that that's done... I was waiting for it to just hit it
3D.
And falls off. Just breaks the whole thing. Jesus.
Hey, welcome to 31, episode 31.
We did it, baby.
Today we have food from the Burrito. Look at this fucking thing, dude. That's bigger than my face. It's honker.
Pretty big.
Think I can fit my whole lips around it? No.
You were actually real close though. I was thinking that was gonna happen.
Burrito Lab by Tocaya. I think it's like one of those online only things because the main place is called Tocaya Organica, but I think that this is a separate merchant, but I think it's just from Tocaya. I got the OG chicken burrito. And
I got the Cajun fried shrimp burrito. Because anytime you put Cajun in front of a food stuff, like any form of food, that's what I order. That's basically it.
It kind of slaps.
Dude, yeah, same.
Holy shit.
I was waiting for you to say something because it's real good.
That's fire.
Yeah.
Good job, dude.
Holy shit.
Good job. I haven't gotten any bits of chicken yet, but that's so far fucking great. What a week.
Yeah. Dude, overall,
what's your score?
I think I'm going to give it like a 9.
That's a really good burrito.
It's pretty good.
All right, as soon as I get a piece of chicken, I'll
It's pretty damn good. Like, you got to get a bite of everything as you take your bite. The tortilla is like a little thin, so I'm very wary about it falling apart.
Yeah, I'm scared.
But dude, tastes incredible.
It's so good.
Presentation.
So cheap.
Presentation was good. Like,
yeah, they crushed it. Branding's on point.
Yeah.
Look at all that. There's a lot of shit in there, but it's not overflowing. It's not too big.
Dude, and Tocaya Organica is the thing that John Legend pushes on that Postmates commercial.
That's true. Then we got Serrano pepper. Dude, it's like so packed. All right. Yeah, that's a solid 9 for me as well.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Well, hey, we upgraded a little bit from last week.
Upgraded so much from last week. Dude, I like swear to God, I was feeling it until the episode dropped. Dude, all week I was like...
I literally at one point was like, I walked into the bathroom and as I came out of the bathroom, Megan was just like, you were still in there? And I was like, yeah, the whole time I was in there was something coming out of me. And she was like,
no idle time.
Yeah, she was like, oh my God. And I was like, yeah. Yeah.
God damn.
But hey, we back, baby.
We back, baby. A little, maybe higher quality. There's still a lot of beans, so I'm sure I'm going to feel it later, but still very exciting times.
Oh yeah.
Love a good bump in upgrade. But man, we got Thanksgiving coming up. If you're a celebrator, I guess people, it's not like a religious thing. It's just like a U.S. thing.
Yeah.
So people outside the
Every
US
like country has their own Thanksgiving because it's like the quote unquote founding of their country. So like ours is pretty fucked up because it led to genocide, but whatever. What Thanksgiving hasn't led to a genocide or two?
Yeah. Familial or otherwise, you know?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Dude, speaking of Thanksgiving, Ted Cruz tweeted this fucking thing that was like a picture of a turkey and it just said, "Come and take it." Like, you know,
saw that.
And I was just like, homie, this is such a weird hill to die on. And then like everybody else was like throwing like the tweets at him where it's like Texas, like all of their people like have been lining up for like food lines for like hours at a time because there just isn't enough food and everybody's like broke and poor now. And they're like, hey man, why don't you try to give it to some of these people?
Yeah.
And like this other like fucking the Louder with Crowder guy was just like, he was just like, you're not taking this from me. We're going to be spending hours together, friends, family, kin. Like you can't take this from us.
What does that mean? Come and take, like, what is he talking about?
Like they're like taking your Thanksgiving.
Oh, from the pandemic?
I guess. Sure. I guess. And like this dude was just like, he was like, this is now a rebellion. And I was like, one, no, it's not. Two, you're just mad that white people are telling you what to do instead of white people telling brown people what to do. So go fuck yourself.
Also, like, aren't you happy to have an out from Thanksgiving? Like, isn't that like...
Dude, that's literally what I said. I was just like, nobody likes Thanksgiving. Nobody wants to be with their family. This is your out.
That's your out. You don't have to talk to your weird uncle who, like, smells bad.
The one dude who just, like, walks in, says something controversial, and then leaves, and then everybody gets mad at everybody else.
Yeah. Sparks a big... That's a godsend. That is a gift given to you. That's the one good thing that you have to look forward to is you don't have to see all those weird fucking family members and obligated to like kiss your aunt on the cheek and like smell her menthol fucking bubble gum that she chews or whatever.
Her fucking mothball ass. Dude, I don't know. The whole thing's insane. Like what the hills that these maggots are like continuing to die on are just so weird to me.
So weird.
There's like a whole bunch of other shit that I like want to talk about, but not on this pod. Because they're gonna make me mad. So
we'll start another podcast for Brian's political rant.
Yeah, it's just me getting mad for like 45 minutes, but like not in like a direct like what's his face on Fox News, like not like that guy. Yeah. Just me being mad about things, like nothing else.
Could be a segment. It's so funny. Brian is angry. Do all our ad reads just really fucking mad.
It's just me yelling them.
Have you heard of MeUndies? Don't you hate when your ass gets fucking swampy and then it itches in your taint and then you get that shit on your fingernails and you're like, should I smell it? And you smell it anyways. Don't you like eating food but don't like having to prepare it? Well, I've got the thing for you. Blue Apron.
Just like yelling the whole thing.
Oh my God, dude.
Oh. What fucking time? Those were words. I swear to God. Mm-hmm. Those were words that I just said. Woo. Ooh, baby.
Damn.
But anyways, Thanksgiving's up this week. Please don't fucking have a whole bunch of people at your house.
Don't have a whole bunch of people at your house.
Immediate people that you've either been quarantining with or from your household or other people who have been strictly quarantining. That's still kind of a no-no, but I can accept that one a little bit more. Just be safe. Have a good time while being responsible. That's it, man. That's fucking it.
That's it. That's all we got to say about it. Truthfully.
Yep.
In world news, Drake Bell. You know Drake Bell?
Yeah.
Motherfucker moved to Mexico.
Yep. And his music's
changed his name.
Kind of okay, too.
Only tweets in Spanish now.
It's so weird. And it's him.
It's him.
Like, I thought it was a hoax.
Campaña. No,
and it's just him. It's so weird. Like, his career has, like, been the weirdest shit.
So weird.
All he needed to do is just be friends with David Dobrik.
I know.
That was it.
He had that beef with Josh Peck. Josh Peck is best friends with David Dobrik.
Exactly.
But apparently him and Josh have some weird beef that I still don't quite understand. Like, he wasn't invited to Josh's wedding and all like weird shit that I don't know why.
The whole thing's strange, but have you, like, listened to some of the music? Or anything? Oh, dude. It's, like, actually pretty good. And that's, like, the weird thing, because it's, like, this is Drake Bell?
That's so funny.
But I just want to know what the lead-up was. It was, like, his agent just like, hey, man, you're not going to make it here. Go to Mexico.
I don't know what it was. I think he had, like, a bigger fandom in Mexico, and also, like, I heard allegedly he was escaping some, like, abuse allegations or something, so he, like, fled the country.
And just doubled down on it.
Can't be extradited or something like that. Yeah.
Just like doubled down on it. Was just like, all right, we're just gonna make music in Spanish now.
Yeah, I guess that's what he does.
Dude.
It's like Bad Bunny. I could do that.
Oh, Bad Bunny's so fucking good too. Mm-hmm. But it's just Fucking Drake Bell, a guy who just like quickly fell into obscurity after his
So
show
fast.
got canceled.
He didn't do anything else after that.
Yeah.
He didn't continue that.
He like tried to be a rock star, kind of failed,
Yeah.
pissed off a bunch of people, and now he's in Mexico, which like kind of sounds like some weird Wolf of Wall Street shit. Yeah, that would sound.
It does.
He's just like he's just trafficking drugs now, like in his guitar case. It's a Robert Rodriguez movie for some reason.
Holy shit. I could picture it, dude. What a weird... Drake Campagna. Drake Bell is no longer, actually. His name is official. His Twitter name is still Drake Bell, but...
What?
That's going to be a tough rebrand.
Yeah.
You're known for one thing.
Exactly. And it's like, okay, cool. Now you have to reinvent your entire
Everything.
being. That's
Everything
so
about
weird. Drake Campagna.
Because Campagna means bell in Spanish.
Yeah, it's just so weird. I hate that so much.
Yeah. It's so funny.
Oh my god.
It's so goofy. Yeah, he could have, easily just kept rising meteorically if he was just friends with David Dobrik.
Well, what was up?
All you need to do. YouTube, man.
All you need to do is not piss off Josh.
That's true. Dude, okay, so there was this guy on like OG YouTube, like 2007 to 2010 YouTube. His name was Magic of Rahat. Did you ever watch his videos? So he was like Mr. Beast before Mr. Beast. Like he would do like, he would give away money like to, in like crazy ways and shit like that. And then in this one video, he, excuse me, this is a lot of beans.
I'm noticing it. It's mostly beans.
It's like all bean. He gave this like homeless guy, he's like, hey, like, he's like, I have some lottery tickets or whatever, but he like faked it. So one of them was like a winner lottery ticket, and he was not like in a mean way. Like he was like, I have all this money.
Oh, okay. So he
got a gas station attendant in on it. He gave him all the money, and he's like, here's like, well, I'm gonna fake this winning lottery ticket. This guy's gonna come give it to you. You're gonna give him like, I don't know, $5,000 or something like that. So he gives him the money, blah blah, and then this homeless guy like, was like, everyone loved him. Everyone wanted him back. All the comments were like, hey, oh my god, do some more stuff with this guy. So they end up doing a lot more stuff with this guy. They end up buying him a house. They're like, all right, we're gonna buy you a house. Here's the caveat: you have to get a job. It's paid for a year, basically. Like, just rent is paid for a year. You own this house, all the utilities and stuff. You need to get a job. We kind of want to push it so that you better yourself. And then after that, that was in 2010. This dude completely falls off the face of the earth.
The Magic of
Rahat, yeah.
Rahat.
Completely just disappears.
As people do on YouTube.
As people do. I haven't heard of him for so long, hadn't thought of him. And then yesterday, I see a video from him. It pops up. He released it yesterday. And he's like, why I've been gone, right? And then it's a 49-minute video. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Some shit
I'm like
happened.
expecting like maybe someone got sick or he got sick or whatever. He had to stop making videos for some reason. So what ended up happening was, I'll try to boil it down, but basically like this homeless guy that he helped out ended up totally fucking him over. Right? So they started a fundraiser for this guy, ended up raising like $60,000. So he basically set up like kind of like a joint bank account with this guy, with the guy named Eric, so that he could still monitor what was going in and out, basically like a child parent bank account. So he's like, every day Eric would call me and ask me for money. He's like, hey man, I need money. Hey man, I need money. And he's like, all right, like where, and then he got a job at the 7-Eleven down the street. So he goes, his friend knows the owner of that 7-Eleven, and his friend was like, hey man, the owner just told me that this guy didn't show up for orientation. And so he goes to Eric's and he's like, hey, why didn't you show up for orientation? He's like, oh, I'm sick, but I didn't feel good. He's like, okay, well, you kind of need to show up, So first day of work, doesn't show up again. No shows, no call, no show. He goes to Eric. He's like, dude, what's the deal? Like, and he's like, he just, didn't go to the job. He stopped, whatever. And so, but then he kept asking for money. And he's like, I guess, yeah. He's like, I need money for a limousine. And he's like, why? Like, he's like, okay. He's like, you realize, like, this money is not endless. Like, you're going to have to do something, So he asked him for money for a limousine like 3 times, right? And then he's like, this is insane. He's like, I'm just going to write you a check for this much for like $20,000, right? Which was
Jesus.
what was the rest of the fundraiser at the time. You know,
Okay.
people were still contributing. And he's like, okay, here, he gives him $20,000, doesn't hear from him for like 6 months. And then 6 months go by, and Eric's like, yo, I need some money for my friends and for whatever. And like, it just gets really shady. And he's like, I you know, it's at this point, this is like 2014, you know, this is like 3 years after.
Right.
And he's like, we need to have a talk. Like, you know, I don't remember the specifics, but it was basically like, it was very shady. Like, it seemed like his friends were taking advantage of him or whatever. And it seems like, he's like, where's all this money going? I give you $20,000 like a couple months ago.
That's a lot of money.
Where you have your housing is paid for. What are you doing? Where's this money going? And then basically, you know, and then a couple months later, he's like, I don't want to live in this house anymore. And so he's like, what the fuck?
Like, okay.
So he's like, okay, well, what do you want? He's like, I want to live back at the motel that I was living at. And he's like, okay. So he's like, I guess, you know, it's your money, man. So he basically, he gets him out of the lease, but the money that's been paid for a year. You can't take that money back.
Right.
But then Eric's like, I want that money. And he's like, he's like, we paid it. You can't get the money back. Whatever. And then he's like, this is really like just really bad for his health and his mental. He's like, I'm feeling like I'm being manipulated by this guy. So he's like, I'm going to write you a check for the rest of the money. Here it is. Like another $30,000. This is yours. I'm done. No contact. He closed off the fundraiser. That's it.
Cool.
So then,
oh God,
doesn't hear from Eric for like a couple of years. And then one of his friends is like, hey, you should see this video. He sends him a link to a video. It's Eric doing like an expose. He like met up with some like film guy and he's like, so I'm the homeless guy from this like homeless lottery Magic of Rahat video. He never gave me any of the money, whatever. So it slanders him, defames him completely, all this shit. And like, everyone believes him. Everyone believes him because it's so, it's so compelling. He's like a homeless guy and he's like, look, listen, like I'm screwed over. Like he, supposedly had all this money, but look at me. I'm destitute still. Everyone believes him. Magic Rahat gets shit on just completely. Like there's like cancel videos done about him, whatever. At this point, it's 2017, right? It's been going on for 7 years. 7 years. And so he came out with this video yesterday, 49 minutes, like, here's all the facts, here's all the receipts, here's everything. Boom, 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 boom. But like for 7 years, this dude was going through it. Like lawyers got involved. Like he couldn't even, he's like, everyone in my town knows my face because he was like a pretty popular YouTuber. And he's like, I couldn't go outside. I couldn't do anything. People would just like say I was a horrible person.
Jesus Christ.
For 10 years at this point.
Literally
now.
just because some like dude that he was being altruistic to like manipulated the fuck out of him.
Yeah.
That's insane.
And just bled him dry. I mean, he didn't bleed Rahat dry, but like, all the money's gone.
A bunch of money.
All the money's gone. Eric obviously didn't use it he didn't invest it. He didn't get a job. He didn't save it.
Yeah.
And all the money's gone.
That's insane.
And now he's like, well, fuck you. And then everyone believed him. It's crazy.
And like the good thing is though is that like at least Rahat kept receipts and stuff like that, which is insane that like this dude is going to like he wrote checks. So there's absolutely a paper trail. And so this dude just goes and like shits on this guy knowing full well that it's just not gonna work.
Yeah.
And it still worked.
Yeah.
That's insane.
I know.
Holy shit, dude.
And Rahat was like, right then I could have come out and said, no, this is fake. But he didn't want people to turn on Eric. So he was being a good guy.
He's just still a good person.
He's just a good dude.
Upsetting.
I know. He just got fucked over.
Damn,
for like
that
10 years.
sucks, dude. Oh. It's like really annoying too to like see that kind of shit because it's like he didn't like nobody had to do any of that.
I know.
Like that dude, like it would have been so easy for that guy to just be like, yeah, thank you. Goes and works at a 7-Eleven, gets some money from this guy every now and then, lives in a house for the rest of his life. Easy. So fucking easy. It's like so weird to me how like humans will take the harder option because they think it will yield them a better result in the future. And it usually just ends up fucking them over more. It's like, what? Like, where's the thought process in that?
No
and they're
idea.
just like, this harder route is going to make me like look like a better person, but it doesn't make you a better person.
Right.
I don't know. That whole
Crazy.
that logic is, oh God, that's so insane.
And the limousine thing, I don't understand that. He would like rent a limousine every week and just drive, like just be driven around in it.
What the fuck?
And
Like that's what he said he was doing. He was like,
that's
I
what
just
he
wanted to
did.
ride
And
around
people
in it.
would see him, and Rahat's friends would be like, I just saw Eric like driving around in a limousine.
What the fuck, dude?
So weird.
That's so strange.
So bizarre.
How big was like the town that they were in?
I don't think it's very big.
Okay, so yeah. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Dude. Oh
Nuts,
my
dude.
god. And now
Nuts.
at least he's like back and has the ability to like kind of clear his name. Has
Yeah.
anything like happened since then?
I don't know. It was just yesterday, so
Oh shit. Okay, yeah.
I'd have to check. I'll check again, but dude, I mean,
That's
can you
insane.
imagine 10 years of just like push and pull and like
And like just all like him like kind of always being like the better person.
Yeah.
Like at least like thinking, okay, well, you know, I'm just gonna give him this much.
Right.
He's gonna do it and he's gonna be fine.
Right.
And like never doing it, him just like always giving him the benefit of the doubt. Oh, that's so frustrating. And it's annoying too because that also like kind of puts like a bad light on like homeless people too. Because like not every homeless person is like that guy.
Sure, of course.
But now people are gonna look at it as just like, oh, this is why you don't give money to homeless
I know.
people.
And it's like you know,
like-
there's not really a good outcome for this.
It's not.
Except Rahat, you know, obviously, hopefully, is
Not
not
getting shit
going,
on.
you know, getting shit on anymore. But still, like, either way you look at it, it's like, damn, this really didn't turn out well for anyone.
Yeah, that's so shitty.
Yeah.
That's like you like try to go into like the kid doing like the fundraiser or whatever, and you give them like all the chocolate bars and stuff, and you buy like 700 of them, and all they get is like a binder.
Yeah.
Like that was like their
Yeah.
thing, and you're like, motherfucker.
Those fucking prizes, dude,
They're
were
s-
absurd.
They're so dumb. Oh,
I
God.
loved those fundraisers, but those were like, that was like gold.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
That was like what
sell
you
some
did.
cookie dough and you get, I don't know, you get like a light up frisbee.
Oh, frisbee. That was your motion.
That was my frisbee. I was gonna do like a yo-yo, and then I'm like, this isn't a yo-yo, and then like frisbee.
That's a good pivot. I'll give you that at least.
God damn.
Oh, dude, I think like the whole thing about like those like school fundraisers and stuff was like you would like those were like if you succeeded in them, you were like a cool kid for like 2 days, and then everyone was like, all right, cool, I guess.
Yeah.
And then it was over, and then it
Yeah.
was nice. No one had to ever look at you again. It was
It's
wonderful.
such a pyramid scheme too.
Oh, it is.
I mean, it's ridiculous. Like I don't know how our brains as children fell for that. Like the prizes were so appealing to our kid brains, like
Yeah.
pizza party,
Right.
or like, you know, they had the like really big ones where you could like, you know, stand in a big like funnel and like grab all the money that's flying
Oh, yeah.
around, or like, you know,
Which like here's the weird thing about that. A lot of it it's like to raise money for the school, right? Already fucked up concept. The school should just have money. The school should just
child
be able
labor,
to.
they're employed.
Yeah, exactly. But they're like, because we're giving them a prize,
Yeah.
it's fine.
Yeah, there's
but it's just so weird.
Yeah.
It's so fucked up. Where it's just like, all right, hey, if we just like,
And it's
Had
such
a budget.
overpriced cookie dough.
oh
man.
yeah, it's not even
Or
good
whatever it
cookie
is.
dough. That's the thing. It's never good.
It's so bad.
It's like this shit. They just like went to they just went to like a Meyer and just like
Yeah.
grabbed all the cookie
Yeah,
dough and
exactly.
like, put a
Their own
different
branding
label
on it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're like, it's
exactly.
fine, it's fine,
Exactly.
dude. I did we had one in middle school that we did, and I was like this like the second place winner or whatever, and I won like $250 or something like that,
Damn,
which
man.
like as like a
Dude, as a
12-year-old?
that's like
Yeah,
infinity dollars.
Yeah,
right
dude, I
there.
was like rolling in it. It was wonderful. But like a couple days later, I was like hanging out with like a couple of my friends, and we were just like, you know, playing outside because we're kids, right?
Yeah.
And one of the kids is like, I gotta go to the bathroom, goes inside. And then like, apparently he was like in my room, and my mom like heard somebody like doing whatever, and they were like, oh, hey, like so-and-so, like what's going on? They were like, oh, hey, like what's up? They're just like grabbing some stuff to go play with or whatever.
Yeah.
And they were like, all right, cool. Really goes out. Turns out that kid had stolen all of my money. And he was just like, yeah, dude, he stole all of my money.
I mean, did you get it back?
Yeah, we did, because we were like,
Okay.
that was the kid who was in the room,
Yeah.
and he like, my mom like caught him
Yeah.
basically. So like, she called up like the kid's mom and stuff like that. I was like, hey, your son stole a bunch of money from my son, and like, dude, I could like hear it was like the scene from like A Christmas Story where like the mom's like screaming
Washing
at the
his
kid.
mouth out,
Yeah, like screaming through him through the phone. And they're just like, what the fuck? And like that's what happened. And like the kid came over and he was like just bawling and like gave me back the money. And I was like, what are you crying? Like, what are you crying about?
Bitch, this is my money.
Yeah, I was just like, fuck you.
What would
dude.
you have done? What are you gonna?
It was so fucked up, and now that guy is trying to be a rapper. So what up?
Oh man,
It's so great. But dude, like I still like I still think that's so funny. Where I'm just like, dude, you lived in like a super upper middle class, like white neighborhood with like a whole bunch of like normal, like your parents could have just gotten you anything that you wanted. I was like, what? Why do that?
Stealing my money.
It was so weird.
You think I'm not going to notice that $250 of my 7-year-old dollars are missing?
Yeah. Like, you mean all of the money to my name is gone and I'm not going to just see
I am bankrupt right now and you don't think I'm going to notice that, bitch?
I have to file fucking chapter 13. What are you doing to me? Chapter 11, not 13. But I was like, what the fuck, dude? It was so weird.
What the hell?
That's
what a random thing to do.
I know, and now my mom is like paranoid about it. And I was like, Mom, a 12-year-old's not going to come into my house and steal my money anymore, all right? I'm a grown-ass man.
Imagine that. Holy shit, dude.
So that's my experience with school fundraisers, and that's why I never did it again.
Yeah,
because
that's
fuck the
just a
school.
trap. Just a trap, dude. I think I would sell one and that's it.
That's it.
I think I would sell it to my parents and then we'd enjoy the cookies or whatever. They were never good. They were never good cookies.
Yep. I always just like sold it to my family and then like the people on my street, because we were like pretty like chill with everybody on our street.
Yeah.
So like
just go door to door.
Yeah, exactly. I just sell it. Everybody would buy like 3 or 4 and then I'd be like, "Say, sounds good, dude."
Yeah.
And then I would just go home and that was it. And nobody else ever did anything.
Yeah.
So I like leveled up, if you will.
Hell yeah.
It was just so
That's what's up.
It's still just like fucked up, man. It's just child labor.
It is. It really is. It really is. You know what I do miss though? Scholastic book fairs.
Oh.
That shit was dope.
Dude, nothing will ever take away the feeling of walking into your library and seeing those weird fucking like metal
Fold out
like things. Yeah.
And you're like, dude, there's books, there's fucking prizes.
The smell.
Oh my god.
It was so good.
Scholastic book fairs.
You get like all of like the what were they, like the Treehouse Kids? Get like those books.
Yeah.
Redwall and shit. Oh.
Redwall with the little mice.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude. Those are
My brother has like
Cornwall? Redwall.
Redwall. Yeah. Cornwall?
What is Cornwall? That's a thing, right?
He's a general from like the Civil War.
Dude, I thought Cornwall was like a thing. I thought it was red corn? Red corn?
Red corn. No, yeah, Redwall. Because like my brother has like a whole bunch of books like from that series signed by the guy who wrote them.
That's
like he was so into them like as a kid.
Sick. Yeah,
it's pretty sick.
Those books were great, dude.
So good, dude. Scholastic book fairs.
They were so good, and they had. I would always get like every time. I don't know why they had like toys and shit like you could get. They weren't even educational toys. They were just like little toys. I always, every time there was a Scholastic book fair and I had like $5, it was like a finger, right? It was a plastic finger on a stick. It was like this finger was this big. It was like a little hand making this gesture and the stick was like this long and you could just poke people with it. Or it looked like I was picking my nose. I would buy one. I had like 7 of them.
Is that why you have all of like the little hands now too?
I just have an obsession with tiny hands. My strange addiction. I love small hands.
You start like volunteering in like a newborn ward just to touch their hands. Then people are like,
oh, nothing.
They're like, are you okay?
It's
It's just like it's not like a sex thing. It's just they're just
tiny.
so small.
They're so small, right? Like
It's
look
just
at my hand and look at
weird.
his hand. Like that's like look how small the hand
Like
is.
you put them up next to each other, you're like, what the fuck, man? Like they can high five me and shit. Like what the fuck is that? And you're like high fiving like just an unconscious child.
He's just sleeping and you're just like slapping his hand against your head for like an hour.
Oh, that's kind of fucked up, but also really funny.
My God,
Holy
bro,
shit!
it's like how people are obsessed with the smell of newborns' heads, babies' heads.
That's a thing.
Oh,
I
yeah,
can't
dude.
smell, so
My everyone says it. Like they're like, oh, my mom was like, when you were little, I used to just like sniff your head. I'm like, what the fuck? She's like, it's like, I was like, that's weird. She's like, no, it's a thing. Like people like the smell of babies. They'll like sniff their heads. Like their mothers love the smell. And I'm like, that's odd. That's super weird.
please, if anybody has ever heard of that, please leave it in the comments
It's a
below
thing.
because
Oh,
that
it's a
just
thing.
does not.
I know it doesn't
That,
make
like,
any
hurts
sense.
my
It doesn't
head.
make any sense. But like, imagine sniffing other people's babies, or like instead of sniffing babies, like you just love to high five other people's babies. Like you see someone like in a carriage, you're like, oh, what a cute baby. What's his man?
Walks away, dude. Like, could you imagine if they like you know how they have like new car smell air fresheners, they make new baby smell air fresheners. You just like slap that in your car, they're just like, this bad boy smells just like Keith up the road, and they're just like,
Keith is a horrible
what?
baby name.
Yeah, well, I mean, Keith is just a horrible name, but it's just like my default sometimes.
Baby named Keith.
Baby named Keith. That's the name. That's the name of our band.
Baby named Keith.
A baby named Keith.
We had another band name last time. I don't remember what it was.
Fuck,
so
I don't remember either.
You gotta start writing these fuckers down.
We need to actually start taking notes of the shit that we say.
Show notes.
God damn it.
We're hiring a show note taker if anyone wants to.
Yeah, we're going to get a script supervisor, a line producer. We're going to get some people running ATAM. It's going to be wonderful.
All kinds. We need, maybe some gaffers.
Yeah.
Rigging.
We'll need a best boy for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
He will be the best boy.
He will be the best boy. And if anyone's the best boy, let us know.
Yeah.
Show us your qualifications. Why are you the best?
It doesn't have to be a boy either. Like that's just the title. Like you can be
best
whatever.
Person. Any person who thinks they're the best. Send us some references. We'll call them.
Yeah. Yeah, like our emails somewhere on our YouTube page, I think. Just send us an email.
serenadepod@gmail.com.
Put like best boy,
yeah,
job inquiry, and then just your resume, and give us a slight blurb about what your favorite Hot Wheels was when you were a kid, and we'll consider you.
And at least one reference that's not your mom. Actually, it can be your mom.
Yeah, it can be.
I want it to be your mom.
Actually, it can only be your mom.
Hey,
give us your mom's email,
phone number,
and phone number.
And we'll call her. Hey, I'm just calling. Is your kid the best?
Have you ever seen a horror movie called VHS?
Yes.
So it's the found footage one. Have you ever seen the second one? Mm-mm. Okay, so they made a second one. Actually, they've made 3.
I have seen that they've made 3. I haven't seen it.
The third one is viral, which is not good.
Oh, God.
But the second one, there is like there's like an entire segment where like they go to this like cult in like Costa Rica or some shit, and it's all about like basically spawning the devil. Like that's the whole thing, and it just like gets so fucked up like at the end, and like at the end like this guy like one of the women in like their crew was like picked to be like the mother of Satan.
Oh shit.
And so like she like rapidly gets pregnant like in the whole thing, and like gives birth to Satan and dies like in this whole segment, and the dude's like running away from this fucking demon thing, and like driving a car and like goes off a cliff and like flips over and stuff like that, and like the camera's still running and he's like broken in the car, right, like trying to pull himself out, and then like the thing lands on like the car, and he's like laying there, and it like gets down and it just goes, "Daddy," and he goes, and he's just like, and then it just ends, and I was just like, did they have to make the devil say "Daddy"? I was like, did they have to do that? Because I hate that. So yeah, that was a whole segment.
That's like Outlast 2, dude. That's like the whole plot of that shit. It's like a cult, and they like want to. Yeah, it's crazy,
dude. Like the Outlast games are so wonderful. Just so good. Like. From just like an indie developer standpoint, so fucking good. And then you get like Resident Evil, like completely revamped their whole thing with like 7, and it was beautiful.
Yeah.
And oh god, what a time! What a fucking time for games, dude.
What a time for games. Now we got Bug Snacks, which is a height of fucking. Oh god, it's
good.
It's a masterpiece,
dude.
So good.
Got flaming Xboxes from people blowing their fucking vape smoke into it for some reason.
God, vaping that shit.
Jesus.
I have a video. I was looking at my notes. I don't know where it came from, but bro, this is so funny. This is like this is some pastor at church.
Oh god.
He's coming in like Kanye. Like floating on wires. Imagine if that was
And he's just like fucking talking.
He's just talking. Like
that's
floating,
insane,
dude. Imagine,
dude.
The production value.
Like, first of all, I don't want to piss anybody off, but I hate organized religion. Think it's bad. Bad start to not trying to piss anybody off.
First of all, fuck you.
I have no problem if that's what you're into. I just think it's bad. But like there's like this whole thing about like churches having to like one up each other. And I'm just like, what are you? You're a church.
So weird. I know. It's like you do one thing. Why the fuck? Why do you need all this extra shit?
Yeah,
what
it's
are
like
you doing?
The moment I see like a church has like a rock band and a light show, I'm just like, we're done here.
They hire fucking VJs and lighting directors.
Dude, they'll have like $1 million budgets.
Yeah,
for church services.
For church, bro. What? It's insane.
Hey man,
it's like
couldn't that money be going to like, I don't know, helping the poor like you're supposed to do, something like that? That was like the fucking church I went to back home. They like raised like $20 million to build a school. And then after they built the school, they raised like another $1 million to build a new rectory for the priests. The priests lived in a better house than pretty much everybody else that went to the church.
That's insane.
And then they raised like another like $25 million to just build an entirely new church next to the old one, but like in the configuration of a cross, which is like the typical Catholic thing. And like the whole thing, I was just like, the moment they started doing that, I was like, I was already like pretty much on the way out,
Yeah.
but I was just like, this is fucked,
Like,
dude.
that's insane.
And then
That
like
makes no
like
sense.
my dad was like part of the Knights of Columbus, has like the fucking sword and everything too.
He
Yeah,
has
that's
swords?
a thing. They like
Whoa.
knight you into it. You become
Whoa.
a knight of
Oh, it's
Columbus.
like actually true.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's pretty fucking weird. So
Wow.
like,
What the
and even still, like my dad was just like, no, we're not going there anymore. Like, fuck these guys. Like, they're just not. They're not doing any of the charity. They're not
Yeah.
doing any of the thing that they're wanting to do anymore.
Yeah.
They're just trying to have a big, nice church for all these rich people. And I was just like, good on you, Dad.
Yeah.
That's like the first like good thing that
Yeah.
you've said about this in a while.
Dude, that's wild.
It's so weird. At least I haven't done that yet, though.
Yeah, that's just like, I mean, I don't get it. It's church. Like, why do you need the frills? Isn't the point like, oh, you're like close to God? Like, this is you connecting with Him. Like, why the fuck do you need a pastor and a wire and $1 million light show? Fucking Coachella every week, dude. That would tire me out. You got a whole lineup at church.
Oh, I'd be so bummed about
It's
it.
insane.
You have to go to like rehearsals for fucking like making sure that Kevin's playing the fucking beat right.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell?
Exactly.
It's just so
Crazy,
weird.
dude.
And then there's that other one like down the street from that. That's one of those types of churches that has like a fucking like coffee shop in it.
Yeah.
Like, what's
It's
what's
nuts.
happening?
It's nuts. They have a disc golf course there. I played disc golf there.
Oh, they do. Yeah.
Dude, it's massive, dude.
Oh my God.
The lawn is huge. I've lost so many discs in the pond. They set it up purposefully so the 9th fucking basket is right next to a huge pond on the left, which is, by the way, if you've never thrown a frisbee and you're right-handed, that's where all your discs go, to the left, because that's just how frisbees work. And I've lost 7 discs in there, and I guarantee they just sweep that pond out every fucking month, resell those discs, because they're like $20 a disc. It's insane.
They sell it to disc replay. That was good. All right. Don't you dare talk shit about that joke. That was good.
The rich get richer, man. They set it up.
They use that to fund their $1 million light shows, dude. What
I
the
wonder
fuck?
how they can fucking afford, all these new instruments for the band. It's all the fucking
Dude,
discs
this is
in the pond.
Not QAnon. This is the fucking conspiracy theory that y'all need to get on board with, because we're right.
We're right.
We're
Disc
fucking
golf,
right.
It's a niche crowd, but you find that crowd, you can resell those discs.
Dude.
And that's where they get the money.
Dude, you give them like a 400% markup, you at least make $7 per disc.
Easy. And
Easy.
there's hundreds of discs in there.
Yeah.
That's
You
a
didn't
new
even have to
bass.
pay for them in the first
That's a new
place.
fucking bass for Pastor John, dude.
Dude. Just give him buys him like a fucking Rickenbacker because he's like, I've always wanted these. And it's like, yeah, because you were born in 1961. The fuck's wrong with you?
Shit.
Dude,
Yeah, it's crazy. Floating in on a goddamn
what an
wire.
But here's the thing, like there was no entrance. Like you just
I know.
There was no, like,
it wasn't like
smoke
lights and
or
smoke. It's
anything
just
like-
like
Yeah.
And then on the third,
can we just
can we go a little faster? On the
he just like keeps like stuttering and he's just like guys, I'm getting a little dizzy. He just like throws up like all over the people below him. Dude, that'd be so fun. One thing I've always like vomiting's hilarious to me. I
Vomiting's so
can't
funny,
watch
dude.
it, but it's so funny to me. One thing that I've always wanted to see, even though it's like physically impossible, is like someone taking like the Millennium Force at like Cedar Point, and as they go down, they like throw up, so they like catch it as they're going back down. Like I just think it'd be just like throwing up, and then it goes into your face at the same
It's
time.
suspended in midair.
Yeah.
It does like a cool loop-de-loop and just hits you back in the face.
Exactly. Like that's
So
just I just think it would be so funny. I just like thought about that since I was a kid, and it's just like always
be
in the back of my head, just like replaying. Don't know why.
So good.
That's just always there.
Projectile at the apex. You come down.
And it's just
Catch
it's
it
just
in your hat.
everyone behind you. You're just like, yeah, guys, that was fun. They're just coated.
Splattered bukkake with your fucking puke. Puke-kake.
Pukaki, yes. Ew, dude. All right, hashtag Pukaki. We're starting it.
starting it.
Please,
I guarantee
nobody
that's a thing.
send us any videos.
I know
of
it's probably a thing. I know it's probably a thing.
Oh,
dude.
it is absolutely
No
a
one
thing.
send us. No one link any videos.
If you do that, I will immediately block you. No questions. You're just done. That's it. Pukaki.
So gross.
It's just like a bunch of like small Japanese women just like screaming. It's like someone like sent me a video and like I'm in so many like Discord servers where like so much of the shit that they say is like problematic, and I'm just like, well, I gotta mute that one now, and so I'm like done with it. And somebody like posted this one into like this NSFW channel, which like already bad start, and like it was just like the sound of like a bunch of like Asian porn being played at the same time. And it was like, I swear to you, I was like, this is the weirdest thing that anybody has ever conceived. Somebody was just like, what if I layered all of these together?
Demonic.
And it was.
It's just like a bunch of people screaming at the same time.
It was like listening to a Beatles song in reverse. It was fucking weird, dude. And I was like, so I like messaged into like the general, and I was like, hey, I don't mean to be that guy, but whoever posted this video, I'm just gonna have to like block you. We're just done. I'm done.
That's so weird.
And they were just like, I understand. And I was like, okay. I was
Thank you.
It's like, that happens too often to you.
Oh man, you just like, yep.
It was fucking weird, man. The internet's a strange place.
It's a weird place, dude.
Weird
if you can think about it, it exists
Yep.
in some corner of the internet, man.
Yep. Just like Pukaki, baby.
Pukaki.
Oh, God. I'm gonna drink some Drake tears. Fucking get that shit out
Drake
of
and Panya. These tears will now specifically not be Drake Aubrey Graham, but Drake Campania Bell. His tears.
It's
No llores.
it's in like Catholic church on one of the fucking holidays, they like come around with like a tree branch with like water and like fling it at you.
I think it's Palm Sunday. That makes sense.
That
Palm
sounds,
Friday.
That sounds like a thing.
Palm
That happens in
Pilot?
Catholicism. Dude, I'm fucking confirmed and I don't know shit about Catholicism.
Either, dude.
So it's like you do that, but it's like literally like they anointed it by Drake crying into the thing, and they're just like, "Thank you, sir."
Thank you. Takes a multi-platinum record. Fucking tears.
Everybody like slowly just like gets like a well manicured beard. And they're just like
Turtleneck and a chain.
And they're like, well, wait a minute, what's happening here? And
His
Drake's
tears
just
are
like,
too
oh
potent.
shit. Drake's just like,
oh shit, them shit's potent, man. I'm sorry. I never cry after sex because then the girl turned into me. You know what I'm saying? Be like, I mean, as much as I love to fuck myself,
I do that enough.
you know what? I'm gonna cry on the next girl actually.
And then he like wheels himself away because we're still on Degrassi. Dude,
Shit.
speaking of Degrassi, do you know like Pluto TV? Have you ever seen anything about that?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so it's like a free TV service basically, but like they just have
Crackle
ads
type
and stuff.
shit?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. You'll see like ads on like the 405 all the fucking time. So Megan like downloaded it because she was like, we'll just see what's up.
Yeah.
And so they have an entire channel that's just Degrassi.
That's dope.
And so like Megan loves that show.
Yeah.
So like we started like watching some of it and I was like, oh, it's literally just Degrassi. Like that's it.
That's it.
Like they only. Why did you do that?
I smacked it harder. I was doing it in solidarity, but I was a lot closer than I thought.
You just like you didn't just put your whole arm through
Dude,
this
I
fucking
felt it
cabinet.
give a little bit.
Jesus Christ, you good? You need
good,
some
I'm good,
ice?
I'm good.
You want Drake to cry on you?
Yeah.
All right, I'll give him a call. But yeah, dude, it's just episodes of Degrassi.
That's dope.
The whole channel never stops.
How do they make money on a show on like a platform like that? I don't get it.
I don't know.
That's so weird.
It's all like ad revenue because like they still play ads and stuff. So like probably the same way that like Google does it.
Mm-hmm.
So like you're not really ever gonna see like newer, bigger shows on it.
Right.
But like you'll see like reruns and stuff. Like I woke up yesterday and fucking Next. Have you ever seen that show?
that show
from
where
like
Nicolas
2000.
Cage can see 2 minutes into the future.
That's a movie. But you are right.
Isn't that the movie called Next? Though?
Yeah, it is Next. But like the TV show where it was like the dating series on MTV in like 2005, and like they would come out and they'd be like Next, and like they would say like some like weirdly like homophobic shit, and then they would like move on.
Yeah,
that was on the other day, and I woke up and I was like, I like.
What year is this?
Yeah, I felt like I woke up in 2004, and I was just like, oh no! Like the color grading was shit. It was 4:3 aspect ratio.
I love it.
Everybody had like spiky hair for some fucking reason.
So good. 2000s fashion.
Yeah, dude.
Apex.
Nobody's clothes fit. All of like the t-shirts that the dudes were wearing were like graphic tees and stuff. Like obviously, and like the whole show was just dog shit, dude. It was so. I was like, how did this run for 5 seasons? How did they let this go?
Things, dude.
It's so insane. They just let MTV do whatever they want. That's what they did for like the 90s and the 2000s. They were just like, do whatever you want.
MTV, everyone's gonna watch you.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. Here's $20 million.
Exactly. And now the network's just like, okay, we should probably not do that again.
That sucks. Right. We thought it sucked when it aired, but we just let you run with it because
because we just made a shit ton of money off it somehow. Like people just keep watching.
Watch it. I can't get by in reality TV, man. I can't.
It's just
not a fan.
I mean, I worked in it for like 3 years and it was just rough.
Yeah.
Like I think the problem like of it is that a lot of people, you can always figure out that like reality TV is fake. Right?
Yeah,
like everybody knows that.
Of course.
But it's like the moment
is real.
Exactly.
That's the annoying part. I'm like,
That's
I know
the
it's
thing.
fake. Just like lean into it.
Exactly. I was like,
bothers me.
just tell us a little bit. Just be like, you set this up. That's why like I kind of like when reality shows leave in like a soundbite from a producer asking a question because I'm like, thank you.
Yeah.
And like you just broke the illusion that we all knew wasn't there in the first place.
Exactly.
So like once I like started working in it and like was peeling away like the curtain, I was just like, wow, this is bad. I was like, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
And that's like a lot of it is like Megan watches like all these shows on TLC that's like 90 Day Fiance and like Love After Lockup and stuff. And I'm just like, this is all manufactured. And like ever since I like taught Megan about like frankenbiting and like kind of like the techniques that editors use to make them, she like she just like always picks it out and she's just like, that was
from a different sentence.
Yeah, she's like, you've ruined these things for her. Like I didn't try to do it. It just happens.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it just kills me.
Yeah.
Love After Lockup's insane too. Because like, do you know anything about the show?
I'm assuming it's people dating their loved ones after they go to prison.
Well, no, it's them dating them while they're in prison, and then as they get out of prison.
Okay.
So it's like them like kind of rekindling the relationship or some shit, right? And like all of them, like everybody's just like manipulating each other, and everybody's like pretty fucked up. And I'm just like, I guess that would be the type of person to be in those scenarios.
Yeah.
But then I'm just like, at the same time too, it's like this show is like kind of like a way out for those people, right? Because they kind of come out, they get paid to like be on TV and kind of like maybe move some like stones along that they were trying to do in the first place. So now it's like, okay, now we're just kind of like highlighting like some of like their trashier aspects and stuff like that, which is still kind of like a fucked up term in that scenario. But it's like, hey man, it's weird because we don't really know if we're supposed to be like supporting them or not because we're only seeing them like at their worst pretty much.
Yeah.
So it's like frustrating because I'm just like, these people like need help.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, and then they're going to be pigeonholed as this like, they're like this criminal character, and they're like even after they're out and shit like that, they're like, oh, you're the guy on TV who you were in jail, and it's just like it perpetuates.
Yeah, it only gets
things.
worse.
Yeah.
And that's that. So some reality TV is like genuinely good. Like it does like some good things for people and stuff like that. And like other than that, like it's just pure entertainment. Yeah. And if you try to look deeper than just the entertainment value of it, like you're just going to be disappointed.
Yeah.
And it just gets worse.
Yeah.
So
there's this. Did you ever watch What Would You Do? That show on ABC. It's like a social experiment hidden camera show. And it was like, they put hidden cameras in like a restaurant, and they put actors in there, and they'd be like, this is the scenario, like, I don't know, someone getting bullied or someone like being peer pressured or someone like being yelled at by their parent or whatever. They're all actors, and then they see what like the people around them would do basically, and then they step in. Sometimes it escalates into like almost a fist fight, and then they have to run out like, whoa, you're on camera, and like the people's faces are blurred because they're like, I don't want to,
because they were trying to like beat the shit out of somebody.
Yeah. But
oh god,
we need a new table.
Holy shit, dude!
Where did you hit your hand on?
It went like right into like this, like the bump, like the tendons
tendons
and stuff of your thumb.
Bone of the hand.
Oh, fuck. Okay, keep going.
Shit, man. So, social experiment type shit, and they're kind of interesting. I enjoy social experiment videos, but they're dated. They're very dated. So,
was it like early 2000s?
It was like early 2000s. Yeah, like early 2010s through there. But I was like, I don't know, this has got to be fake a little bit. And so then like this guy actually who was an actor for them, who came back and did multiple recurring roles. He had like this YouTube channel. He's like, hey guys, he did this whole thing. He's like, you might recognize me from this video. And he's like, they're actually like not, usually the only scripted part is like the actors, running their roles. And then he's like, then you reset, and then, you wait for more people to come. He's like, you have to wait a couple hours between takes because, and shit like that. But I was like, oh, that's pretty interesting. And it was an interesting show. But he's like, yeah, we genuinely got like people's actual reactions. So I was like, oh,
dude, I kind of love that. Because like so much of like reality is that. Like you set up like a scenario to put them in, and then you just let them go. Yeah. So that's kind of like how it is. So it's like kind of nice in those regards, but like there's some other shows that are like they put them in the scenario, they see where it goes, and then like they have another scenario that follows up to it. So like they just like keep they keep like getting reactions and stuff like that, and then moving it into this other thing. But then they're also like, hey, say this and stuff like that.
Yeah, they're like, this is how we want. This is what it's gonna. Oh my god, the audience wants this.
Exactly.
So do that.
And that's why like I could
guide it that
like
way.
It would be so weird for me to have like a family reality show because like you're not showing the world your family. Like you're showing the world your family as this producer wants to show it to them. So it's like, it's weird. So it just kind of always freaks me out in that way. But
all right, now pass the green beans and yell at him about politics.
Here you go. I'm not gonna say. I was like trying to like say something like
neutral enough,
like super controversial, but I was like, I'm not gonna say that out loud. I was like, I've dealt with people actually saying that shit. Don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah, it's very spoon fed.
Dude, there's so many like good fucking stories from like the shows that I've worked on that I just cannot talk about. And it's so frustrating because I'm just like, dude, this is genuinely one of the funniest things I've ever experienced.
When do your NDAs expire? Or do they not?
I think they expire like 2 years after the show airs. Okay. It's like that kind of a thing.
Yeah.
But everybody else's, it's a pretty standard NDA like across like all of the entertainment industry. Yeah. So most of the time it's just like, you can't talk about it until it airs. Like that's like the embargo being lifted pretty much. That's usually how it is. But because of some other things that happened on that show, mine was longer this time. So
really?
Yeah.
Shit. Can you say the show?
No.
You can't even say the show.
I can, but people probably already know about it based off my social media and stuff like that. But like, I don't want to just because I don't want people to like actually
good call.
like show up and be like, hey, so question, and be like, no, don't talk to me.
Yeah, good call.
So
holy
that's
shit.
the whole thing. Yeah, dude, the whole thing's fucking weird. It's so strange, but whatever.
That's the entertainment industry, baby.
It's all just like shitty people like doing some dumb things and then like you never being able to talk about it again. That's pretty much how like all of the entertainment
You're like, I will take
works.
this to my grave, but I don't want to.
Yep, exactly. It's just like, I want to talk about this because it's fucking funny, but I can't. Like, god damn it.
Shit.
So we'll see. We'll see in next year's season of the pod. We might be able to get into some of that because my
pod
NDAs,
season 2.
My NDAs will be up. So
hell yeah, we can dive into. We have a new segment, juicy segment, juicy secrets with Brian.
Ew.
Really and it's raunchy just, reality with Brian.
And it's just like 6 shows. Like that's pretty much it. It's gonna be like a couple of stories from those. That's it. That's the whole thing.
It's exciting. So you have that to look forward to in the coming year.
It's gonna be great.
Season 2.
It's gonna be some fun shit.
Should we do seasons? How do podcasts work?
I mean, like some places do seasons, like that one that I was like talking to you about. Like they've done a season 1 and now a season 2 of like all of their content. So like their YouTube videos, their streams and stuff are in season 2, et cetera, et cetera. Some vloggers do that, but for a podcast, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense, especially because it's not like we have themes. It's not like, oh, this season really focused on Nick's character development, and next season we'll see if him and Brian actually finally get together. You know, stay tuned.
We'll see. There's a whole year, baby. But like, yeah, that's I don't know. For a podcast, it just doesn't feel right to me. So
yeah, totally.
I say we just keep going until the numbers are up.
Yeah,
until we run out of numbers. We're
gonna have it. Welcome to podcast number 9,276,322.5.
We're like just floating energies. Like that's all it is. We just look like DNA.
Just voices at this point. Just like ethereal, like the videos, just like people are just like, we're just beaming it directly into people's heads at that point.
We're all just a hive mind.
It's live.
Everybody just hears it at the same time. We're just like, oh god.
Like, oh man, it's time for this again. Scheduled. Everyone's programming is scheduled like daily.
Someone's pooping and they're just like, fuck.
God damn it. That'd be so interesting. You just schedule like everyone, hive mind. You have to all watch the same shit, and every day it's built out.
It could just be bees.
Yeah,
fucking bees.
Bees. Bees from 10:30 to 10:45. Fuck.
That's pretty much what my head sounds like. Anyways.
Oh, that tickled my ears. What the fuck? That was so weird, dude.
You kind of like get it back up through your jaw. Yeah.
Ooh,
that's the worst.
That felt kind of good though.
Just starts doing it a bunch anyways, just in case.
You just catch me. Like, what the fuck are you doing? I don't know. It feels good, dude. It feels good on my fucking. On my skull.
This is like, open the door, just like, no, leave, get out. Like, oh, I'm sorry,
holy shit. Like, oh, sorry. You like take your headphones out. Oh, sorry. Are you just, you're fully clothed. Dude, get the fuck out.
Yeah, dude, this is how I do it, all right? Fuck you, get out. You're still here, leave, dude.
Go.
Fuck. It's like, okay, Jesus. And then like he leaves and just like calls the police. Just like, hey, so I think this guy's having like a moment.
Something's happening.
And then they show up and shoot you a bunch.
Oh god. It's the second shooting joke you made in like the month.
I know, and it's always police related.
It's police related.
Which is not wrong.
Oh shit. Oh damn, dude.
Dude, what a fucking time.
What a time.
Dude, so you're gonna have a good Thanksgiving?
I'm gonna have a good Thanksgiving. I'm gonna have the quietest Thanksgiving ever, which I don't mind. I'm just gonna see my parents and that's it. Wrap up my face, mask up my face.
You just walk in like cellophane around it and there's like, Nick,
What's
are you
good?
okay? And you just pass out.
We're gonna play some games.
Sick.
Watch Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. I love the Charlie Brown holiday specials. That's
Are there
about
other
it.
Charlie Browns?
Yeah, man. There's a Great Pumpkin.
Well, but I mean like that aren't like holiday related. Like do they only exist
old
on
ones.
holidays?
They're
Like they phase in and out of
that's
reality.
you're right. I didn't think about that. I mean, they now have like this Peanuts movie and shit like that, but that's
Right.
like those are new. I don't know. I mean, I think they had the holiday specials and the comics. I think the comics were like their like main storyline.
Got it. That's their continuity. That's their 616.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, that's so wild. Holy shit. My dad, like, one of his like best friends tested positive for COVID, and so he had to like go get a rapid test and stuff. And I was like, you fucking, I was like, you're not supposed to be doing this shit. Your wife is immunocompromised.
Oh my god.
Very badly.
Yeah.
You're both kind of like getting up there.
Yeah.
And I was like, what are you doing? And so like he texted us the other day. And he was like, good news. It was negative. And then he was like out playing golf the next day. And I was like,
bro, what is he doing?
I was like, at least it's a sport that the whole point is to be really far away from other people.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's the point of it.
Exactly.
So I was like, I can stomach that, but like,
that's fine.
homie, what are you doing?
Bro.
Like, it's just like, it's still just like frustrating.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, the only times I leave my apartment to go to work, grocery store, and here.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, that's it.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yes.
it's just, fucking wear a goddamn mask. Jesus, that's
in
it.
your house. Hey man, people are wilding. People are crazy. I mean, we have that curfew now.
Yeah.
Because people have, and
It's from
not
10 to 5
10 to
a.m.
5, yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
It's not
Like,
like-
it's such a weird
yeah,
time
it's
to impose a
super weird.
curfew.
And also, like, I don't know, like, I don't think the bars and the restaurants are helping by being fucking open. Dude.
Right.
They're like, I'm like,
Yeah.
why did you open? Why are you letting? They're like, obviously they're like, yeah, we're enforcing, but you're not.
I
You're
saw a
not
tweet that was
enforcing
like, if you enclose an outdoor space, it becomes an
Yeah.
indoor space. And I was like,
yeah.
that's how buildings work. Yeah. I was like, what the fuck? Dude, the whole thing's
bizarre.
insane. But
Bizarre.
hey, man, we're breaking more records.
Hell
doing
yeah.
being the best
Number one,
like America
baby,
always
number one.
does.
Big
you know.
league.
Jesus. But everybody, please be safe for your Thanksgivings.
Please be
That's going to
safe.
be tomorrow by the time you're listening to this,
Mm-hmm.
hopefully. So just be safe. Enjoy yourself responsibly. Please don't break anything. Well, maybe break some things.
Wishbone. Break the wishbone.
Yeah, break
if
the
you're being
wishbone.
turkey.
Just don't be fucking stupid. Don't
Yeah.
ruin this shit for other
Pretty
people.
much it. Please.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
I will not. How dare you call during podcast? You fucking...
We are done. You are dead to me.
I no longer talk.
You pick it up like in that accent. You're just like, you are dead.
You're
to
dead
me.
to me.
Hang
Goodbye.
up, set it back down. That'd be so funny. Holy shit, that would make me cry.
Well, yeah. Please be safe, and thank you guys for tuning in to episode number 31.
That was good.
Thank
It's almost like you speak Spanish.
It's almost like I speak Spanish. We'll see you guys. Well, next week we're gonna skip because I will not be here. But we'll see you guys the week after that, and give you guys a break from hearing our voices every week.
Yeah. I mean, to all 12 of you that listen to our
Yeah,
voices.
exactly. And hey, we'll see you guys next time. Middle of the day, middle of the week.
Peace. I don't like that. Jesus.